if you are with yourself and you are okay with yourself, you can do whatever you want in your life. For me, I feel like a little bit like they are my family. One of the most important are the people, are the team. This is really excited about our team and our guests.
Welcome back to Leading a New Era, the podcast from IHG that opens the doors to the world's most iconic hotels and to the people who lead them. I'm your host, David Littlewood from the talent acquisition team here at IHG.
And I'm your co-host, Eunice Clements-Tweedy, VP of Global Talent Acquisition and Business Partnering. What a mouthful. Hi, David. How are you today?
That's a very long title. I am very well. How are you?
Superb. Thank you.
Fantastic. In every episode, we speak to one of IHG's luxury and lifestyle general managers to discuss their stories. From bold career moves to guest experiences that leave a lasting mark, we explore the personal and professional paths that shape hospitality's most inspiring leaders. Today, we're heading to the beautiful south coast of Spain, where we're joined by Merry Antoja, General Manager at Kimpton Los Monteros, Marbella. Merry's a dynamic and creative leader with over 20 years of experience across Europe and Asia. She's got a strong foundation in sales and marketing and has led several major hotel openings, including luxury resorts in Vietnam and the first Kimpton Hotel in Spain. Known for her positive leadership style, passion for developing teams, Merry brings energy, strategy, and a deep commitment to guest experience in everything she does. We're thrilled to have you with us today, Merry. Welcome to Leading a New Era. How are you today?
Thank you, David. Thank you, Nis. Well, I'm super happy. Thank you for that amazing introduction. You explained very well, so you did everything already.
I did my best.
And I feel fine. A little bit nervous, I had to be honest, but I'm fine. Thank you.
Oh, nothing to be nervous about at all. How are things in beautiful Marbella?
Marbella is amazing. As always, it's sunny and super busy.
Obviously, your hotel is in its early days. What's the energy like with the team and the new hotel right now?
They are excited. Always, I think that with the openings, you are really, you feel this excitement and passion and energy. And still, so we are getting the high season with this, the excitement. I think that would be the perfect word, excitement and passion about what we are doing. And we have an amazing property, so we really feel proud about this project. And you can feel it with the team.
Amazing. So, Merry, before we get into your career journey, let's break the ice a little bit with a segment that we like to call Early Check-In, which is a rapid fire round of this or that. Question round, it's no overthinking, just go with what your first thought is.
Okay.
Classic elegance or modern edge?
Modern
Oh,
edge.
nice. Tapas night or tasting menu?
Tapas night.
Oh.
Heels or trainers?
Heels.
This is a good one for you. Wine tasting or street food?
I would say wine tasting.
Oh, wine tasting. Lovely. Delicious.
Are you white or red, Merry?
Depends on the occasion, depends on the menu. But maybe I would say red wine.
Merry knows her choices.
I always find this one really interesting. Head or heart?
Heart, always.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs. Well, I love both, but dogs.
You have a dog, right?
Yes, Jimena is her name. She's amazing. And sometimes she's in the hotel, so she's our pet in the hotel.
Oh, incredible. Yeah, you're talking to two dog lovers. Yeah.
Chocolate cake or cheese board?
Chocolate cake, no doubt.
Good choice.
Guest feedback or team feedback?
Oof, here I would say both, but guest feedback. Both are very important for me.
Important.
Yeah.
Yeah, I so agree.
Difficult choice.
Very
Yeah.
difficult choice. Okay, so this is an interesting one. Barcelona energy or Marbella pace?
I would say Marbella, because in Marbella you have pace and energy as well, both. I really love Marbella.
Nice. Quick decision or deep reflection?
Quick decision.
Espresso shot or herbal tea?
Espresso shot.
Gorgeous. I've had about 2 or 3 today, being a coffee.
Not me. I was very nervous. Oh, today, not today.
Travel to recharge or travel to learn?
Travel to learn.
Lovely. And that's it. There's some really interesting answers there. I feel like we've learned a lot more about you already, Mary. So always hills over trainers. So you're similar.
Yeah.
You're aligned.
I'm aligned.
Yep. You got a sweet tooth.
And
You
Mary
know-
likes wine. What's
Yeah.
not to love?
So Mary, you've had an extraordinary journey, hotel openings, moving continents, and now leading a flagship property in Spain. What inspired you to step into hospitality in the first place?
I think that in the first place would be the team. I really love leading the team, and I think that is the part that gives me this motivation and this energy to continue and being in this industry. But it's also the combination of a mix of things, no? Also, I mean, it's in general people, so also a connection with the guest, and no, everything that is around hospitality really makes me feel, with a lot of energy and really connected with that industry.
Amazing. And your first GM role was in Vietnam, wasn't it? And I think that was quite a big step for your growth, right? Moving into a new country, new position, leadership role. How was it adapting to those environments, and did it build resilience?
Well, to be honest, it was not easy. It was a really difficult moment, but then I learned a lot. I come back stronger. And it was my first international experience. Before I was like traveling a lot, but not for a long period of time. So in that moment was like the first for many things. So it was like my first resort, my first opening, and my first international experience. So I did everything at the same time. Was in my bucket list, so I said I have to do it. It's like or now or never. I was almost 40 years old, so a lot of resilience. I had to start. I mean, I was there alone. I moved from Madrid, and that time I was in Madrid, having the best moment in my life. But as I like to move from my comfort zone, I decided to go to Vietnam, and I moved on my own and to a place that everything was completely different. So I had to learn about this, no, how to deal with a different culture, a different language, a different way of work, and different way of living as well.
Gosh, you mentioned so many incredible words: resilience, courage, cultural differences. How do you think all those factors have shaped you as an individual in the role that you play in the current property you manage?
It had a big impact on me in everything, professionally and personally. I think I had to really open my mind and see how to work and resist in that environment, take the best of that experience. And I think that the most important was that I learned to live just with myself. When I was in that time, really me and me. Obviously, I had a lot of people, surrounded, and my team, but I was quite isolated there. I was quite far from home, and this is, I think, that the best learning that I took. Because in this life you are just with yourself, and in some moments. So was the best, and it changed me that point of view, and that if you are with yourself and you are okay with yourself, you can do whatever you want in your life. And also realize that managing that team, at the beginning you think, well, they have a different culture, but at the end it's the same. They are people. They just want to have kindness and the respect and have fun as well. So I realized that even if it's a completely different country, at the end we are human. And human connections are really, really important. Doesn't matter if it's Vietnam, if it's Barcelona, or whatever place. So then this is, I think, that the best learning that I took. And then coming back to Spain, I thought, well, everything has to be easy, or at least easier than I was living there.
That's a lovely answer. Yeah, it sounds like there's been a few risks taken in terms of growth and trying to build your way up through to the GM role that you're in now. In terms of risk taking, etc., is that something that you still do on a day-to-day basis as you continue to learn and grow?
Yes, this is always, I don't know why, but when I'm getting a more stable and, let's say, quiet time, like always I need to move and get out to my comfort zone. It happens when I was in Barcelona at the Kimpton Vividora, when once the hotel was stabilized and the team was working, and everything was more or less moving along. Is and that moment when I said, okay, now I need to take another risk and get out to my comfort zone and get another challenge as it is in Marbella.
Oh, amazing. Did you always see yourself doing what you're doing now? If you reflect back, do you see yourself as a GM?
Indeed, yes. I think it's because I have tourism in my DNA. My father was working in travel agencies. He owned some travel agencies, and I guess that because I was lucky and I was traveling quite a lot when I was a child. I don't know why. I always said that I wanted to become a general manager one day. I really like hotels. I was even playing. I have a game at home that was like creating like in buying hotels, and I projected and that time myself something like this, like or being manager or leading the team. I was kind of watching that situation, and sometimes even now when I'm working. There are some moments, obviously, with a lot of stress and difficulties. But in some moments, I'm feeling like I'm still playing. And for me, I know that can sound like a cliche that, no, I love what I do. But this is the reality. And I'm really enjoying it. When I was a child and I was not projecting or playing, like I'm acting to be a GM. And sometimes still I can feel this when I'm with a team and in that kind of nice and funny situations and moments.
I think it's really rare, Merry, that purpose comes to you as a child, but it sounds like your purpose was forming even in your very early years as a youngster for your love of hospitality, travel, running a hotel. And it's obviously pulled through to now, which you don't often hear that purpose being defined so young. Don't you think, David, that's quite unique?
Yeah, I think that's really unique. There's so many people that you meet and speak to that don't know what they want to do when they finish school or they go to college or university. So it's always I always think that people that do, they're so lucky.
Thinking about the Kimpton that you currently manage, run, curate, and do all those wonderful things, what's the most exciting thing that you are looking forward to in your tenure of the guardian of the property?
So about the hotel, about the Kimpton Los Monteros, the excitement, I think for me is one of the most important are the people, are the team. This is really excited about our team and our guests, but also because this hotel have is a legend hotel, has a lot of history, and I think that is really excited to take this history, this legacy, and then to bring it into the world, and especially when we are projecting where we want to position the hotel. I think it's a very nice journey, and we are all super excited about what we can create with this hotel, and also for the brand, for the Kimpton brand, I think that can be a reference hotel in Europe, and this is our objective, and we are very excited about this.
Fantastic. I think as humans, we all want to leave a legacy that we curate and create. So I love the fact you're taking the history and hopefully leaving a legacy behind after you leave to do other incredible things. So I really, really love that. Thanks, Merry.
Nice. So let's talk about culture. It sounds like passion is a real driving force at Kimpton. What does passion look and feel like day to day with your team, Merry?
We have I have to say that we are creating an amazing team. And it's a combination from the previous hotel to the new ones adding to the brand. And also some people like already came from a Kimpton brand. And I think that we are creating that kind of culture and really you can feel Kimpton. And it's really at the beginning because it's been just a few months. But I think that we are creating something quite unique. And you can feel like the core values of Kimpton are very present in the hotel. So we feel very proud about the team that we are creating.
Fantastic. Were you not at the Kimpton in Barcelona before?
Yeah, I was in Kimpton. Yes, I did. It was not the opening. I came and I did like the reopening. It was like almost a opening. And I was there for 3 years.
3 years in Barcelona. Well, you're so lucky. It's such an incredible city. Have you been, David?
I have, yeah. I've been a couple of times. It's one of my favourites.
Is it?
Actually. Yeah, I love it there.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, I need to get back out there. And the Kimpton brand, it feels like it's aligned and in parallel with your journey. What is it about the brand that's so special to you?
I really love the brand. I think that I connect very well. I fit very well with the brand because we share the same values. The way that connecting with people, the way that treating people, and the way of living life. For me, is very important when you have fun, and is one of our core values, and be yourself. I think that I feel really comfortable coming to work and I can be myself. And I encourage my team also being themselves. I think that this is very important. And this is also kind of inclusion. And I see how we can work in a more relaxed way. And then all together we get better results. So I really love the values of Kimpton.
I think values really creates a sense of belonging. Don't you agree?
I do, yeah. Shared purpose.
Yeah. I wonder, Merry, what belonging means to you in a luxury hotel environment. Do you have any ideas about that?
Yes, and I think that nowadays is quite important for the team and also for the guests. For me, belonging is when you really you really feel, respected and listened, and also when you are feel part of the project. And this is what we want with the team, but also with the guest. So now when we have our guest, it's not just coming, sleeping, and it's not a hotel. No, we want to go beyond that, and we want to offer more than just accommodation, and we want to connect with them. And this is for me, it's belonging means.
Merry, I wanted to ask you as well, just around, obviously, as a GM, we know you're very busy, and thank you so much again for taking the time out today. But I just wanted to ask you about work-life balance. How do you manage that, and how do you prioritize it for yourself?
What I try to do is always is my morning, my slow ritual morning. Always I need to come down in the morning with my coffee, and it's like my moment of reflection and a little bit of meditation sometimes. Also my dog, my Jimena, since I have her, I think that these walks that I do in the morning or in the afternoon, I'm really fortunate, and I'm living here next to the hotel in the mountain, and I saw the sea. So just, observing the sea, the mountains, and walking Jimena in the morning really gives me that moment of calm that I think that we need. And of course, also trying to keep a balance doing sport. I think it's very, very important to keep, for our mind. It's not only for the body, it's just to keep, calm in our mind, and always trying to find these moments of reflection, calm, and disconnection. Also, I can disconnect, like having a drink, or I think it's really important.
So, Merry, being a Spaniard, do you play paddle?
I try, but that's right here, having the tennis and the paddle. Like we did a tournament last month and with the team, and now we want to do every month because they were like very excited and they enjoy a lot. So I want to take some classes again, and at least, even I'm not going to be very good, at least to try and to play it. So I'll do it. Yeah.
Do you play?
I do play. And so I was thinking,
Really?
and like when we come and see you, Merry, we can play some paddle together. I love paddle.
Perfect.
Yeah. Deal, definitely.
Love a game of paddle. So now we're going to talk about impact and purpose. And you've described your leadership as joyful, passionate, purpose-driven. So we're in great company. Are there any standout guest moments that have really stuck with you?
There are many, so it's really difficult to choose one. But maybe if I have to explain and to give some examples, maybe I would choose two. One really short. One was in Vietnam when I was there quite alone, and all our guests were mainly from Vietnam or Asian. And then suddenly I was at the beginning of the opening of the hotel, and then I got a Spanish family. And, for me, it was incredible. That connection was like if it was like my family. And then really we created something special. I was taking care of them because for me it was really amazing and important to have that Spanish guest also for them, because it was not in Vietnam, in a very touristic place. It was a new area, a new place. So they were not expecting to find a Spanish hotel manager. And it's nice because we are still in contact, and through LinkedIn and all these things. And it's that kind of guest that really lasts in forever, no? And they are in my mind. I don't know. It's something that you create something special, and they were just for a few days there. And also another important moment that I remember was when we reopened Kimpton Vividora after the COVID. I remember the first guest that they were at the hotel, and the connection was also really special because it was not only for being the first guests at the hotel, it's also because after that situation with COVID, and they were reconnecting with life. And also us, we were like at the same time a bit scared, but the excitement of having again some guests. So it was like a lot of emotions at the same time that I remember as a very, very special guest and very special moment for both. I think that was for both sides.
And that's what you and the team curate all the time, Merry, those special guest moments that give people the memories. And that's part of those amazing luxury hotel experiences. I was at the Vividora, which is Kimpton, Barcelona, a few months ago, celebrating my son's 18th birthday. And we had an incredible weekend, so many special memories, moments. And it was pretty much curated by the team there. Just the very small touches in the room, the balloons, the birthday wishes, the bottle of beer at lunchtime. It was absolutely fantastic. And that's what you and the team are creating every single day. Do you not think, David?
Yeah, I always think with luxury, it's about those details that make such a huge difference.
Yeah, the moments that matter. We talk about that a lot, don't we, in our team?
Yeah, and similar to your example at the beginning, Mary, just talking about how that experience with that guest really stayed with you, and those memories do live with you forever, which is what makes the hotel experience so special.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, Mary, from your team's perspective, what sort of impact do you hope to have on them?
What for me, it's really important how I make them feel, and it's really important to support them and to help them to grow. And this is the impact that I want to leave, no, my legacy. My oldest sister always tell me, live the life as you want to be remembered. So I want to be remembered a little bit like this, no, like a approachable and human, not only getting the good results, that also, but I think that the impact that I can do on my team is this, in supporting them. And I really like when I saw that they are also growing and they feel happy and belonging, and all these aspects that we were talking, and all these values of Kimpton that really are there. And I need to be present, to support them.
I think, like most people, you try and leave behind something better than when you started. And I think when legacy is working because it endures, you build something that's future proof, and you also build something that is guardianship of the future for someone else to put their stamp on and to keep evolving and growing it. So I think leadership comes with quite a big responsibility. I mean, that's how I feel anyway.
It's not only professional. Sometimes even you have to listen and help them in a personal problems or issues. So for me, I feel like a little bit like they are my family. And I guess that, I guess it's when you have your family. I don't have my own children, but when you have children, you take this responsibility from the first day. So I cannot compare, but it's something similar because they depend on you a lot. They look at you a lot. So and it's a big responsibility, but for both professionally, but also sometimes it's also personal.
Yeah, I think leadership with care builds teams that want to stay with you. I mean, you're in my team, right, David? We work together.
Yeah, Eunice is my boss. And also around caring, that question earlier around head and heart and thinking, and You instantly answered heart. I just wondered if you could expand on that and where that's come from and that philosophy of yours.
I'm more emotional. I mean, I try to be logical in some moments, but that's true that my nature is to be really emotional. And that's the thing, not always, but also was like a piece of advice from my older sister that I think that when there's important things in life, it's better if you follow your gut, no, and your heart instead of no the logical things. And that I think is part of my nature. And when I work like this, and I really obviously difficult situations, obviously I need to um be super strategic and focus the goal. So I'm very competitive on that way. But also at the same time, combining with these emotional connections, and I feel much better. This is what I really like, and this is how I want to be remembered as well.
And we can sense that through our conversation today, Merry. Merry, I'm looking towards the future. And I was wondering, what do you think about the future of luxury hospitality? How do you think it will evolve, change, be different than it is today? What are your thoughts?
Well, it's really difficult to predict the future, especially nowadays that is changing a lot. But I think it will move in the same direction that is moving now, looking for something more real, and something more authentic, and obviously local experiences. Sustainability also I think is going to be important. And I guess that it will move also into technology, because maybe we are not so there. And keeping humans, because we need to, luxury cannot be without humans in hospitality, but keeping humans for the important things. So I think that in the future we need to see a shape on this, no, getting more things in terms of digital, but keeping the humans for the important things, and continue with this genuine and authenticity that now maybe we are moving slightly.
We're going to move on to our final segment, which is called Hotel Spotlight. This is where we want to learn a little bit about Kimpton Los Monteros, Marbella, and the things that you love about it. So first things first, what do you love most about your hotel?
Well, what I love the most about the hotel, well, obviously is the people, but I'm not going to repeat it again. But I think that really makes a unique, and the energy, the vibe that the hotel has is thanks to people, to our team, and to the guests. But also the design. I think that in the design that we have make it quite unique and is different. Really has a very special design with the colors. You can feel Marbella, you can feel Los Monteros. So it's like a perfect combination from the 60s to the modern. And I really love when you get into the hotel, it's like, wow, it's like amazing designs and colors. Plenty of life.
I love the candy stripe umbrellas, the parasols that you have surrounding the pool. It looks absolutely exquisite. It really does. It's set against the blue sky.
Yeah, it tried to remind Marbella the 70s. Yeah, every Kimpton has to be unique, and every Kimpton needs to reflect where it's located. And in our case was, okay, has to be Marbella, has to be Andalucía, Costa del Sol, but also has to be the essence of Los Monteros. And Los Monteros in that time, in the 60s, in the 70s, was the hotel, the legend, no? The iconic hotel in Marbella with all the stars, international stars were coming in, were staying here. So it's trying to get that moments, but bringing it into today's world.
Wow.
If a guest only had one night at the hotel, where would you recommend they spend it, Mary?
I would recommend to do a full experience. But for me, well, obviously the rooms, we have a very nice and rooms, but the most special place in the hotel, I think, is our rooftop, Escondido. It's a new part of the hotel that we have built now during the renovation. It was like an extension of rooms. And the rooftop is amazing, because you don't think that this there, so it's quite hidden. This is because the name Escondido means hidden, is a completely gem. When you are there, it's like a combination of calm, especially in the morning, but a nice vibe in the evening. And it's like, wow, having the Mediterranean Sea just in front of you, super blue. You can see all the coast from Marbella and all the neighborhood, which is really, really amazing. Los Monteros with amazing and houses. It used to be the richest square meter in Spain. So we are in a super nice area. Looks like Los Angeles, these big houses, plenty of green, and the combination of the mountain that we have on the back and the sea makes a perfect spot and amazing. So
It sounds amazing. I think you've answered my next question about your favorite thing about the hotel, I think. But I also wanted to ask, actually, like, when it is at its busiest, if you wanted to take in the ambience of the hotel, where do you kind of go to get, a vibe and a feel for the hotel at its most bustling?
well, you can feel the vibe in the hotel and everywhere. Also our pool area. It's amazing.
Now you're talking.
What we try to create is having the vibe and the energy in the entire hotel. And I think that this is Kimpton, that every spot, every area has a unique sense, aroma and music, and every place has to be unique.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you so much for joining us today. Your journey, it's been a powerful reminder to us what it means to lead with purpose, empathy, and joy. We have one final question that comes from Younes Atala, who was our previous guest on
Okay.
episode 1. And he wants to know what passions or pursuits outside of hospitality energize you and in turn influence how you show up as a leader.
I would say maybe I love, as I was in sales and marketing before, I'm very creative. I really love all this part of marketing and sales and really in social media. And I think this getting an impact into my leadership, into my hotels, because this is the way that I lead, with a lot of creativity and with this marketing, because at the end is also related to this world. So creativity, I think, is a part of my passion, because I like when I go out and I do things and I'm career doing different things and thinking above, out of the box. And this is something that I bring in also into my leadership. Sometimes I'm too much creative. It seems my team is telling me that, like, stop thinking.
I'm sure that's not true.
No, I'm sure that's not true.
Thanks for tuning in to Leading a New Era, where we go behind the scenes with the GM shaping the future of luxury and lifestyle at IHG. If you've enjoyed hearing about Mary's journey and you're interested in more episodes like this, be sure to subscribe, share, and check out our next episode, where we'll be heading to Dubai to chat to Mohammed Mahmood, Cluster General Manager at Intercontinental Residences Dubai Business Bay and Kimpton Dubai. It's bound to be another great conversation. See you then.